Hello and welcome to The VIBE, an online segment produced by the Bedford County Chamber of Commerce, supporting and celebrating the business community of the Bedford County region. Here's what we're talking about today. It's Inauguration Day, and while America watched the ceremonies, one gentleman from Bedford County reflected on his days in the White House. James Allen retired to Bedford after a career in Washington that included serving as assistant usher at the White House from 1980 through 2004. His responsibilities included moving out one president and his family and moving in another within a matter of hours on Inauguration Day. What was it like to be there on that day?
Hectic. Total organized chaos.
And what were your responsibilities in the usher's office during that hour?
To make sure that everything went well, to make sure everything got in place correctly, that the rooms were ready when the new president came back to the White House immediately after the swearing in, and just organize everything as best you could.
So what are some of your favorite memories of those inauguration days that you spent there?
That's I think President Reagan, when he moved into the White House, my first one, was probably the most impressive, because Mrs. Reagan's interior decorator had everything organized down to the minutest detail. So you got a desk with a blue 3. You went to the blue room and you positioned 3, and that's where it went. And that's where it stayed for, 8 years. That was probably the easiest one that I had to work with, but still it's very hectic. You know, the president moves, the current president moves out of the White House over a couple of days. You know, we pack up all the little knickknacks and the things that he'll not be using on Inauguration Day, and move most of the stuff out. But it's still, the rooms are still furnished after the president and the president-elect leave, normally after the luncheon at the White House. They go up to Capitol Hill, and that's when we start. And the moving trucks move up, and we move everything out, and then they move away, and then the new moving trucks come in, and then we move everything into the house, and everything in the house is ready for the president when he comes back. The new president comes back to the White House, and it's just like they don't have anything to do. They're just moved in, and then they have to get ready, of course, and go to all the inaugural balls and everything that's in the afternoon.
I bet it's a big team effort, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It takes everybody. There's 96 people on the staff, and everybody's there for the day, the whole day, from 6 o'clock in the morning until whenever at night. And National Park Service, everybody can get our hands on are actually working at the house at that time.
Wow.
It's a all hands on deck evolution.
Amazing. Tell us what it was like when President Reagan left office.
It was basically the same thing. The Clintons moved in, the same evolution. We moved out the Reagan. It was more difficult to move them out than it was to move them in, because they had brought all of their furniture from California, and and it was in the house, and we had to pack it all up and then move in the furniture that Mrs. Clinton had selected for of course, they never had moved into a house of their own, and they had selected furniture from our collection, and they didn't have enough furniture personally to fill all the rooms. So there was a lot of redecoration going on afterwards.
Can you talk a little bit about that collection at the White House that presidents and their first ladies choose from?
The collection itself is not housed at the White House. It's housed at a remote facility in Maryland, and it's a huge warehouse. Everything that has been used in the White House in the past is on display on shelves and racks, and they usually go out there and they say, we'll need a table, and so they look at the table collection, and or we need a couple of chairs, and our curator's office is the one who usually takes them out there to look at all the available furniture, paintings, draperies if they need them, to fill up the rooms as they need.
And what were your impressions of the presidents that you worked for over the years?
Oh, I had 24 years of absolute wonderful, enjoyable employment. I loved all of them. They all had their own personal ideas. They went on their own. Of course, the First Lady has her ideas of how things are supposed to be done. And our job was to make sure that the First Lady's opinion was the one that we went with. So like Mrs. Reagan has very bad press about, oh, she was such a tyrant, and all this. Well, she wasn't a tyrant. She was a very nice lady. And all she wanted was to do it her way. And if you did it her way, you had perfectly fine time with it.
Do you have any stories
Yeah.
you want to share about your interactions with the presidents who served in those offices over the years that you were there?
Oh, I've seen more presidents naked than most people have seen in their lifetime. So yeah, that was part of our job, to be personally involved in their life. Anytime they needed something, the First Lady or the President would call down and let us know, and that was our job, was to fulfill whatever they wanted. We had a sign in the ushers lounge, which is downstairs in the basement. It says, this is headquarters of Mission Impossible. The difficult takes a minute, the impossible takes 5.
That's great. So what were some of the most interesting requests that you received from presidents over the years?
When the Reagans came into the White House was under construction. And the whole time that they were there, they had scaffolding all over the house. And the president says, when he left the house, he said, well, finally, I'll be living in a place that doesn't have scaffold all over the place. And I'm going to have to learn to turn off all the lights again, because that was our job. They go to bed at night, they push a little button that says, I'm going to bed, come up, turn off the lights, and go home.
Wow. I bet you have a lot of secrets you can't tell, huh?
Not a lot, but a couple of
Yeah.
things. And I don't ever tell anything bad about anybody.
Of course. My point is they must have really trusted all of you.
Oh, absolutely. We were in a position of, we had to be trusted because we controlled everything in the house and the grounds, and basically set up all of the social functions, and not arrange the social functions. That was the social office, but we set them up. If we were having a dinner for 40, we had to build a table for 40 people and make sure that everything went well.
Every 4 years or 8 years, there's a change, obviously, in America, and you might agree or disagree with the person going out or the person coming in. But what does Inauguration Day say about the United States of America? Why is it so special for the country, do you think, as hectic as it was for you?
Our country has a peaceful transition. It's the fact that no one president has ever just said, well, like they said for President Trump, he's not going to leave the White House. He left the White House. He's leaving. He might not go to the inauguration, but the inauguration will be held. There'll be a peaceful transition. President Biden will come into the White House and serve his 4 years until the next election. And that is the greatest part of the American society today, is that you can do this and everything goes on.
And there's so much ceremony and tradition and history regarding the inauguration. How do you feel about your years being part of that and the service that you provided on those at those particular times, as well as the rest of your career?
I am totally honored and completely speechless about the about having that experience. It's a unique position, and I was the 16th usher in the White House to hold this position, and it was just it's just mind-boggling when you think about it. There's like 97 people in the White House who serve the president. I mean, 97 out of a million. It's just it is such an honor and a privilege to be in that position, and it just happened. I got out of the Navy. I joined the Secret Service Uniform Division, and after 8 years in the Secret Service Uniform Division, I was offered the job of usher, and I moved up there, and it was just a mile a minute constant go, but I enjoyed every second of it.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we thank you for joining us today.
Well, it's my pleasure.
State government will be the focus of this Friday's Government It's Your Business online town hall, featuring our Pennsylvania legislators and presented by Wessel & Company. We'll discuss issues of interest to the business community with Senator Wayne Langerholtz and Representatives Carl Metzger and Jesse Topper. Thank you to our sponsors that make this event possible. Registration is free, but you must RSVP to receive the Zoom credentials to log into the town hall. Call the chamber to register or visit our website, bedfordcountychamber.com. Coming up on The Vibe, we'll explore behind the scenes of local businesses and learn their tricks of the trade right after this.
Victoria House at Spring House Estates in Everett should be considered the new standard in personal care. Residents can enjoy a relaxed environment with individual thermostats in each unit, and you can rest easy knowing your loved one has LPNs and CNAs on site 24 hours a day. Open concept studio or one-bedroom units are available with all-inclusive pricing, so you won't need to worry about different levels for different care. Victoria House at Spring House Estates. We're not just home-like, we are home.
Shop local from the safety, comfort, and convenience of your couch as the Chamber presents our first ever couch shopping event. Join the private shopping session via Zoom for special deals and bundles from local businesses like Bits of Time, Addictive Apparel, Everett Flower Shop, 2 by the Sea, and more. Tuesday, January 26th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are just $10 and include a chance at the night's door prize drawings. Learn more about becoming a couch shopper or seller by calling the Chamber today at 623-2233 or visit online bedfordcountychamber.com.
Plumbing, done right. Since 1947, we have always been there for our neighbors and friends. Reliable, prompt, and always done right. Our name, our work, our promise. We guarantee it.
Welcome back to The Vibe. We're excited to share a series of special features with you as part of this new online segment. Today, we debut Tricks of the Trade. Sarah Ferrari takes us behind the scenes of local businesses to meet our chamber members and learn about what they do and how they do it.
Today, I went to Everett Flower Shop with owner Renee Nicholson to learn her tricks of the trade.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do, Sarah, is I'm going to have you de-thorn roses. So this is how our roses come in, as you can see, okay, full of thorns. So you're going to actually take a knife and you're going to go down through and remove all the leaves and all the thorns.
Okay. And you can't purchase them de-thorn.
I wish.
Renee did make the process look a lot easier than it actually was, but feeling confident, I decided to race her. After mastering my de-thorning skills, it was time for me to graduate to floral arrangements.
You consider yourself a creative person? I think, yes. This might make you feel not creative. Tear off like some of the lower ones, and you can either use them in this arrangement, but if they're too short, you can always use them in a different arrangement. We try not to waste anything. And then you're going,
Especially wine.
That's when I discovered Renee's favorite trick of the trade. But never mind that. Renee taught me everything from foliage to fillers and even how to make a bow. While creating our arrangements, Renee shared a tip with me that turned out to be my favorite trick of the trade.
to open up your carnation, if they're a little bit close, you just kind of squeeze them and then just brush them open.
After about 25 minutes, I asked Renee how long it typically took her to do a floral arrangement. She told me between 5 and 10 minutes. Well, I certainly do appreciate all that I learned today, and I definitely will appreciate even more the floral arrangements that arrive to my doorstep.
If you'd like to share your tricks of the trade with Sarah and our business community, call her at the Chamber office, 623-2233, or email Sarah with an H at bedfordcountychamber.org. Today is not just Inauguration Day, but it's also Dolly Parton's 75th birthday. The country music legend is making a difference here in Bedford County and around the world through books. The United Way of Bedford County is a local champion of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, with more than 300 children in Bedford County benefiting from the program.
She's just incredible. Starting this program and the way it has touched so many lives is just amazing.
Tell us what age children are eligible and how people can sign their kids up.
Sure, you just have to be age 0. So as soon as they're born, you can sign them up to the age of 5. And once they sign up for the program, you never have to do anything again. They stay in till they reach 5 years of age, and their very last book will be Welcome to Kindergarten.
And how often are the books delivered?
They receive them every month.
And are there any income requirements or anything like that?
Nope, anybody at all is eligible. Yeah, in Bedford or Fulton County.
Learn more about the Imagination Library by contacting the United Way of Bedford County. Call 624-0041 or visit online uwaybedfordpa.org. Next time on The Vibe, we'll visit the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art and tell you how you can celebrate Valentine's Day with the likes of Rembrandt, Dolly, and other masters. Look for The Vibe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons on Facebook, YouTube, and bedfordcountychamber.com. Ask us how you can become a sponsor of this program, and special thanks to the Chamber's Founders Circle members for your community-leading support of the Chamber mission. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.